to the channel. Something exciting today. We are going to do a little blog of a friend's car, a fellow Westford member enthusiast. It's a pretty cool car, so I'll surprise you when I get it, but I think you're gonna like. Right, so the meeting point is about 10-15 minutes away from where I am now, so we're gonna have a quick little boost down the road. I'm sure you all enjoy a boost, and I'll see you there. Right then, so I'm at the destination. We are currently under the M4 in sunny South Wales. It is absolutely freezing cold, and I'm going to show you a little treat right over there now. Right, John, tell me a little about your Capri. How old is it?
It's older than me. It's not older than you, that you old sod.
No, I'm just
85 it is.
85. I'm 83, so that makes me
2 years older.
Yeah. So tax exempt and MOT exempt soon?
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yep.
A bit of money saving, isn't it?
Tell me a little bit around the engine. What engine you running?
I converted it to a Z-Tech a couple of years ago. I got fed up with Pintos, and it reached the point that when I wanted more power, so I went from bike carbs to a turbo because I wanted injection, but I wanted it to be more powerful at the same time. Because if I go into injection, I'm going to drop power. And it just spiraled. It just ended up going turbo, the bigger turbo come along. Before I knew it, I was at 300 horsepower without even trying, to be honest.
Who built your engine, John?
This Plonker.
Yourself?
Oh yeah, all done.
And what engine is it? Is it just a silver top? Is it a black top? Or?
It's a ST170 black top. It hasn't got the VVT, so it's quite conserved. I could easily get more power with a little bit of money, but it's still running a standard Type 9. The clutch is like a 2-litre clutch. It shouldn't be holding together, but it does because of the fact that I'm keeping it at 300. If I want more, I need to start upgrading stuff.
And what management are you on, John?
Max Mini, which is just really good. It does the job really well. It's cheap too.
Have you always used that management? Tell us about your Omex.
I had an Omex and nothing worked with it, nothing. I went to Omex themselves, they couldn't figure it out. I got so fed up, I just ditched it and went for a Max Mini.
So I've known John for some years now, and obviously I follow John on YouTube, I follow him on Instagram, friends on Facebook, etc. Get to see a lot of John's shenanigans. Tell me a bit around it, John, a bit more. So you've upgraded all the brakes yourself, haven't you? You've changed it, you've changed the servo setup on it.
Yeah, and I bought it in 2012, and I've just had it the whole time, and it's just constantly been evolving. Brakes and Capris are shit, they're just notorious. Servos, they're undersized, brakes, particularly crap. I went to 8 brakes, they weren't good enough. I went...
There's a blast from the fucking past. I was coming over there, then I thought, that's a fucking Capri, it is.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah, you know, not a fun in the day, like, yeah.
That's everywhere I go. Brakes, then I went to Princess 4 pots. Again, they're not good enough, they wouldn't.
I wonder if he notices the escort now, he walks straight past.
Trees hit different with older people. So currently there's no servo on the front. It runs a master cylinder that feeds 2 remote servos down in the wing, one for the back, one for the front, just sized accordingly, and it works. And I got ultralight high spec brakes then, which they're about right for the weight of the car. They work good. They work good. Brakes is just spot on though. Got discs on the back as well for focus, handbrake and everything. The engine, I just love a Z-Tech. I know my way around them, and I've always been into them since the Fiesta days, so it just made sense that I stick with what I know. It almost had a V6 out of jack, the Ford 3-litre. Well, lucky I stuck with this.
So, is it a show and shine, or is it a track car?
No.
Or is it a track
it's
car?
more at home on track than anything. It's been on track a few times. if I can get around cruising without spinning it out, I'm walking away happy. It's something I've done 90% of the work. Only a couple of things like aluminium welding I can't do, just little things like that. And oddly enough, brake pipes. I never get my own brake pipes made, I take them somewhere. Paint, all done by myself. This colour is a Citroen Karma Purple, it's called. This wing is a preview to the rest of the car's colour in the future. Bonnet is going to be fiberglass, test out the aqueduct on the bonnet. I like it, but it's going to be finalised. And in the future, it might even get wide bodied.
Nice. So exhaust system, what exhaust system you running, John?
It's keeping with the rest of it, home built.
Mild steel?
Fattest welds you'll ever see in your life.
Mild steel, stainless steel?
Stainless, 2.5 inch.
Have a go at anything?
Oh, well.
You'd have a go at anything?
I don't like aluminium welding though.
No?
It's like butter. Yeah, it's a 2.5 inch, one box, but the turbo keeps it quiet. I don't know what it sounds like really, I'm always inside it, you know, nobody drives this.
We'll get a video of a few flybys. I'll attach some clips of John, like, have you got the video of your notorious spin out on Castlecombe? Do you still have that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll get that attached. We'll get some flames out of the exhaust, and I'm not too sure if John likes to go sideways naturally, unplanned.
Since I've done the screamer pipe, I don't think flames come out the back.
Oh, that's tragic, that is. So why didn't you get a screamer through bonnet, John?
Well, one, you got to think about rain getting in it, and two, because it's kept outside, don't forget. And for two, it's, I don't know, it's not me, it's more Civic, innit?
No
so
thought.
it comes down underneath, you hear it, but you don't see it.
No thought about putting a K20 in yet? No. So yeah, it's quite tasty looking, John, isn't it? Let's have a quick zoom in. It's not exactly a small turbo, is it?
No, it's a T34 with a 0.63 housing on the back. It's quite big. It's like what a RS500 would have come with, and it's just as laggy. So it's very 80s.
Nice.
80s car, 80s got the sort of tech on it.
I can see that's not a standard inlet manifold. Tell me more about it.
It's homemade again. I used a fire extinguisher as the mold to sort of bend the steel round. It's mated to a ST170 plastic manifold. Throttle body again, ST170. This part was one of the parts I had externally made because I couldn't do that all the way up welding, but there. A guy down in a VS Speed shop, he done that for me. The turbo manifold is a black top turned upside down, re-welded, and then obviously a turbo flange put on it.
So you've used a lot of original parts off other cars.
The whole idea was to keep it cheap and affordable, in the sense that it could work but still be cheap.
How much is this build to get the engine and power 300 brake to where you are now? How much do you say this costs?
It's hard to say. I'm about 5-6 grand in the whole thing, but I didn't just simply do the engine. I've done other things at the same time, like the brakes, for instance. You could probably get it done for 2 grand.
Yeah.
If it's sort of reliable. As reliable as this isn't. I mean, I have to upgrade the heat, the cooling, because I was put it on the mapping, and it kept spewing water out. So the heat did have to be upgraded, you know, the cooler. Then you've got a breather system to deal with all the excess pressure. You know, it's just little things like that. They creep up on you when you don't see them coming.
So in terms of mounts and stuff, did you have to fabricate any mounts, or did you direct bolt in?
I had it was a Pinto mount, but the flange cut off, and a Syntec one welded on. It was alright, but every time I dropped the subframe, like take the sub off or whatever, I had to leave the engine hanging. So in the end, I solid mounted it to the chassis. Obviously a bush, that's a retrofit kit. It's one of the only things I never actually, that's one of the things I bought, you know. It's on a Type 9, so the Type 9 is as it would be. Interestingly, I've still got the thermostat in the back of the head. Most people use the retrofit kit, but with the Capri, give the bulkhead a bit of a tap, you can get it to fit. I've
seen people now starting to use M5 gearboxes, and the age-old trick they use is the RX8 boxes.
I've got one in the garage ready to go on, ready for when I want a bit more power. It's not a straightforward thing though, and you need to convert to hydraulic as well, clutch, which I'm not too happy about, to be honest. There's a lot of pedal box work and stuff.
So you're running a standard clutch, you said, on this?
130 horsepower, 2 litre clutch is meant for.
Good work.
And it holds. It's a Transmec as well. People hate Transmec. It was 20 quid.
Like you said,
300 horsepower.
Keeping the budget down, isn't it? That's what it's about. Like you said, it's a...
The thing is, you're in like 400 quid for a clutch.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And this works.
But no, look, it's a great looking car. Credit to you, John. It looks spot on, mate. I'm looking forward. So you're going to keep it white, or are you actually going to do the purple paint
White
job?
never did anything for me. It's, as long as it's been white, I just have a look at it and think, yeah, that's great. I want purple.
Yeah.
It took me a while to settle on that colour. Like if you notice here, it's a different purple to there. That's a Honda Midnight purple. And I've done the engine bay as a tester. But it kind of works when the old car's purple, it won't look out of place. You know? A lot of engine bays are darker than the rest of the car. It's a different colour, but here it is the same colour.
Yeah, I can see.
The front panel is.
Nice. And that's how we do it. Fair play to John. 10 out of 10.
12 seconds later.
Well, that was interesting. I don't know if you got to see that clip. I didn't really record it, put it on GoPro a bit late. The police rocked up, traffic car and a riot van still in the background. But as we've been best behaved, there's no trouble, and be respectable cars and just cool enough for us. But let's get on to some hooning now. Most glamorous angle, I'm sure you will agree, but yeah, this is the first time I've actually been in John's car, even though he's invited me in there a few times. I reluctantly always said no, John, for some strange reason.
I done a photo shoot of the Focus RS for you, and he was doing donuts for that. Like just after they come out as well.
I can't believe a cheeky little bill, and what are you doing, boys? Right, hold on tight. Obviously we're on private land in Mexico, so it's all okay. Out of curiosity, John, have you welded your diff on this, or is it open?
Absolutely.
You are?
Welded to hell it is.
Welded, is it?
If you listen now,
I can hear it clanking, yeah. It's giving me whiplash.
It's horrible. I wish I hadn't done it, but it's handy for skids.
Yeah, it's giving me whiplash. Nice. So the GoPro's not that loud, so we're gonna have to talk up sometimes over your car if you can't hear us. Bit of lag, innit?
That's lag as hell.
Huh?
You don't come on until about 3.5.
Yeah.
And then you've got about 5 psi and then it'll climb.
Sounds throaty though, doesn't it?
It's alright considering it's one box. It's not loud, is it?
No, it's alright. I'm very anxious, so I'm holding on for my dear life there. It's bumpy as well, isn't it? But seeing it's like a 38, 39 year old car, it's quite quiet inside. It's not creaky or anything, is it?
No. I've redone the floor underlay for like a jinked sort of modern kind of thing.
Did you floor kiss dash yourself, or? Yeah? Pretty cool, isn't it? Period.
The whole interior was out to see. You were asking the other day about my story why it didn't have an interior. It's because that was when I was just starting to do the build.
So what kind of feeling, like, you pull up with the lights, John, in this, and somebody pulls up in a Mazda MX-5 Miata or the Fiesta ST and obviously Deck S's? How does that go down with people? How do you make you feel when you're like, I've got this like 30-year-old car plus 300 odd brake horsepower and they got a bottom bang map? Yeah, you can feel a lag, can't you?
None of those kind of cars bother me. They're not in my sort of realm anymore. Maybe when it was still carved, yeah.
Yeah.
When carved, it would keep up with a nice Type R, like, but
even though it's laggy, it doesn't give you too much of a bang as well. It's like, I remember old cars back in the day when they used to have like a bigger turbo on them, like a Fiestas when they run a T3. You feel that boosted straight away. It's still progressive on your, what's not, do you know what I mean?
yeah,
It takes a while.
take a minute, like.
Yeah, a minute, like. Be here right now in a minute.
You hear the screamer?
Yeah. Brilliant. What, you well into cars in, John, so what other cars have you got, buddy? already?
Too many.
Too many
I got
cars.
5 at the minute. One is for sale.
Yeah, so do you want to talk about that? What is it?
That's a 3-litre swapped
Cougar, that, and that's on eBay right now, is it?
Yeah, it's up for about $3,000, but you know, I know it's a tall order for a Cougar, but it is a bit special.
Again, you built that yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, ST220 engine. And,
Oh, there's your Bill again. There he is. He's having a good look. Our friend.
I got a GTO, again a 3-litre V6. That's my baby.
And you rebuilt that yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, it was off the road for quite a while, and it was a bit of a pear-shaped going on before I bought it. Bottom end was knocking. Done my best to replace it all, but it was terminal and it's gone again. So I'm waiting for a new engine. I got a little Fiesta that I'm dealing at the minute.
Best car you got, yeah? Tell us more about the Fiesta.
It's a diesel.
Diesel, yeah?
Plans to Z-Tech turbo it.
Nice.
But
You currently
so
got
good on fuel.
Yeah, you got a turbo diesel at first, didn't you?
Yeah, I got the turbo.
Yeah.
That's waiting to go on.
What's the turbo off?
The Focus, same engine, but more modern.
Nice.
Should be good for about 30 PSI.
Just a manual fuel pump turn out right up, innit?
Yeah. You can get like 150 out of them.
Is it?
Yeah.
Not bad to go in. It's like a smoke machine, innit?
Oh, it'll puff like. It'll be like a vape on bloody Saturday.
Brilliant.
And then I got my ST then, which is having a new head fit in because it skipped a top on the vent.
And just for the record, John does all his work himself. Nobody touches John's cars unless it's work that he can't do, which is what I love about John. There's loads of banter online there, John. We go to car shows and stuff, and we're like, John will always be on the back of a tow truck, but he spun out.
This thing's best mates with the tow truck guy.
Yeah, well, he's had his money's worth out the RAC and AA, haven't you? Surely. That's why everyone else's premiums are so high. But yeah, jokes aside, nobody I know can turn around and say they built their car, blown it up, chucked another engine in it the next day, and then thrown on a dyno, blown it up on a dyno, and then driven the other side of bloody UK again the next day. Do you know anyone else who can say that?
5 engines, but this one's had a second go.
Yeah, happy
Like when I
days.
broke it, I've repaired it.
Excellent stuff.
It's the diff, it's horrible. I need to get a LSD.
So if you used to build this again, right, would you do it exactly the same or would you do it different?
I would take my time, plan it a bit better because of the nature of me just like adding as I went.
Yeah.
The things quite like melded together as well as I would have wanted to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like I kept building on top like a Lego stack. I didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a planned out thing and then put it all together. Like if I'd done my Fiesta now, it would go together much more straightforward.
These kind of projects though, they spiral, don't they? Like,
Yeah.
I just want to put a blower on it.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to do an ECU, I'm going to pick up a second-hand cheap one. Then that doesn't work. Then I'm going to get marked in. Then, I do want more power with big injectors. I want more, spit it out, Dan. I want a more upgraded fuel pump. Do you know what I mean?
It's still on a running map as well.
Yeah?
It ain't got a cold start map either, so it's a bit of a solid emitter.
Oh yeah, I bet. When I lost one of the sensors on my car because it reports to the Bluetooth,
Yeah.
and it just didn't want to fire up. It kept thinking it was warm, but when the car was actually cold, I was right balling, that was. In terms of social media, John, what do you want to plug anything? Do you have?
Yeah,
I
this
mentioned.
has its own Instagram. I don't have a personal Instagram anymore. I can't be bothered with that. But my cars do. This one is that CAPRI TURBO. My other 2 cars are that as well.
I'll put the links of all 3 of John's cars into the description. John's also got his own YouTube channel as well. What's the YouTube channel called, John?
Yeah, you will see a bit of this on there. Johnny B4, JONY B4. But it's just like hobby stuff. It's not like I don't try to be, posting content.
It's just
or
for
anything.
fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like a bit of a log,
Yeah, it's nice to
Somewhere
have
I can look back.
nice to have that blog on it so other people, that's what all this is about. People can learn, people can see that it's achievable. That's like, do you know what I mean? I do car builds, do restorations on other cars, do the paint work, do mechanical things, and even the little bits just like a water pump and stuff, like a rad or change a bonnet pull, because that information isn't readily available for people, is it?
Well, I always say, if it isn't online as a video, like on YouTube,
Yeah.
yourself, post it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Excellent stuff. So yeah, so there's two 2-litre home-built turbos. Very, very different cars. A 90s car and an 80s car. Yeah, a white car and a cream car. The Escort used to be cream until it got painted. So you can see the difference between frozen white and diamond white. I'll show you now. Should get a drone on the go now, that's all I'm missing. You know I left my gimbal in the house. But yeah, if I could rate John's car at the 10, I'd give her a solid 11. Absolutely fantastic bit of fun. It's good to get out of the house for an hour. And yeah, I'm going to plaster this video all over the web, John, and see if you get the love that you deserve for it, buddy, because it's definitely a great car. And like I said, despite all the bants and all the jokes that we have about it, about the AA and the recovery truck and stuff, look, you've got to give him credit. He built this car in a lane, literally in a lane. He's had letters off a council, John, haven't you, and everything of you, because he shouldn't be parked there. But hey, do you know what I mean? He's not hurting anybody. And he's doing what he does because he loves it with a passion. Like I said, he built that car. He'll help anybody. Anybody messages him. Anybody always asks online about his E-Tech Turbo or how to turbo ST170. I tag him every time. He must be really annoyed. But yeah, just take a last look at that before we end the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and knock on the notifications. We really do appreciate it. If you do like this kind of thing, I'm going to start doing more of it because my mates have got some cracking cars, and it seems just a waste not to share them with everybody. So until next time, enjoy. Thank you.